everybody. It's great to meet all of you today. And as Justin has sort of given you a teaser on this new product that we have developed over the last few months. In fact, it took more than 6 years for us to get to this point. It's pretty exciting, and I thought I would share some of the new information that we have on this beauty-focused product. The most important thing to remember, though, with this particular collagen-based product, that in fact, our scientists have come through, and it is not your mother's collagen product. Fundamentally, it is the most complete beauty supplement that has been clinically proven for to deliver benefits to your skin. For example, we have one of the major ingredients in it, and obviously it's collagen. But it's not just any collagen, it's a particular and specific collagen peptide that can actually stimulate your skin cells to produce collagen, and also at the same time act as a building block to build more collagen in the skin tissue. The second major ingredient in this particular beauty-focused product is an antioxidant that is called lutein. And again, this is obviously, as many of you who have been with Nu Skin for many years, you can imagine we know a lot about antioxidants. And we did not want to choose an antioxidant that doesn't selectively get into the skin tissue because it's not going to do any good. So we evaluated and sort of screened hundreds of different types of antioxidants, and we have landed and identified this particular antioxidant that's called lutein. And it is important. And in a few minutes, I'll let you sort of into a secret why we chose lutein, because I think you agree with me that based on the scientific evidence that we have obtained with this particular antioxidant, it delivers really important benefits to the skin. In fact, just as much as the collagen ingredient does. And the third ingredient that we have blended into Beauty Focus is a particular class of molecules or substances that we call phytoceramides. And we all recognize that in order for the skin to stay healthy, looking radiant and so on, it's really to have a lot of moisturization occurring in the skin tissue. This is what we call hydration. And what we find, the key property with this particular phytoceramide class of molecules is the fact that it can actually literally hang on to the water in the skin so that it doesn't get dehydrated and make your skin look dry. So these are three major ingredients that we have, and that is why we really believe in Nu Skin that this is the first time we have developed a product that's the most complete, clinically proven beauty supplement. In other words, it delivers beauty from the inside out. Now, when we talk about collagen, we notice that many of the competitive products that we have evaluated and looked at and analyzed, we find that they use the parent collagen molecule to be blended into the final product. We did not think that is really the most optimal way of delivering collagen to the skin. So once again, our Nu Skin scientists went to work and identified and evaluated a whole series of different types of collagen. We look at the parent molecule, we look at through a patented process, we actually literally cut up and slice up the collagen molecule into little bits and pieces or fragments of them. Some are big fragments, some are small fragments, and we evaluated all of them and really managed successfully to identify the most potent collagen fragment, what we call the collagen peptide. It's a very small molecule, and our studies show it actually enters the blood very quickly, and importantly, it also enters it in much higher levels than the parent molecule. And finally, it gets delivered to the skin tissue, and I've already alluded to the fact that it acts as a building block to make more collagen, and also at the same time, it can literally stimulate the skin cells to produce more collagen. But that's not all. In fact, during that particular stimulatory phase, it can also make another skin protein that is as important as collagen, and that is elastin, which keeps, obviously, your skin to bounce back. In other words, it increases or improves skin elasticity. Very important, collagen and elastin. And to us, it's one of the most exciting findings that we have found with this particular collagen peptide, which unlike the parent collagen protein, this one has dual action on the skin, which then translates to incredible benefits. Now, when you look at this particular peptide, we obviously, as I've already mentioned to you, it stimulates collagen synthesis. The next question that we really want to know is, does it really mean anything? Can you actually visually see the outcome of these sort of molecular or scientific mechanisms that are happening inside the skin tissue? So we, as usual in Nu Skin, we conduct clinical studies. It's a very unusual practice in our industry, and that is to conduct clinical studies with the final product. And what our clinical studies show, in summary and very briefly, is the fact, indeed, the skin, it becomes more elastic, and because of that, it also can reduce wrinkles. Very important benefits that you can get from the Beauty Focus product. As a scientist, I like to show you the data, right? So this is going to bore you a little bit, but I think it's important. When you look at these kind of data, it is really not about me telling you that this product is great. It's the data that shows you that it's really something that can actually happen on your skin. But briefly, to summarize all these extensive scientific studies that we have conducted with Beauty Focus, is that fundamentally, it can produce 15% increase in skin elasticity. It can actually decrease wrinkle formation by 20%. And importantly, we can also see at the tissue level, there is more pro-collagen being produced at the level as much as 65% increase. All these properties and all these findings that we have observed in the studies, they do translate to whatever it told you, a visual and improvement of your skin when you use this product over a period of, let's say, 4 to 4 months. Now, this is sort of really, I think we've talked about this, so let's talk a little bit about a second important ingredient in Beauty Focus, all right? So when you think about making collagen, it's great. You can increase and improve the production of collagen and elastin. Now, the second thing that our scientists wanted to do is that if you produce more collagen, why don't we also put in an ingredient that literally can preserve these collagen? So what's the point of making more collagen if you cannot keep it intact in the skin? And that is one of the major reasons why we have added the antioxidant, because we know the skin as a tissue is exposed persistently and consistently to environmental stress factors, right? So like blue light, for example, these are damaging factors. When the skin is continuously exposed to such environmental stress factors, invariably what happens is the collagen is going to break down over time. Similarly with elastin. Now, with the addition of lutein into the Beauty Focus product, we can literally provide a chemical shield, if you will, on the skin so that there's less damage to collagen that's already being produced. Again, with this particular ingredient, don't take my word for it, that is actually in the skin, because literally, once again, in Nu Skin, you can use this particular technology that we have that is called a biophotonic, Pharmanex biophotonic scanner. So when you place that scanner and scan your skin literally over just as little as a minute, you can see there's an improvement in oxidative protection in the skin. So showing that indeed this particular lutein ingredient actually gets delivered to the skin to protect the skin very well. So, and in fact, some of our studies show by being there and being present in the skin, you also have hyaluronic acid being produced all the time, which is again a very important ingredient in maintaining hydration of the skin. So, and if we look at finally the third ingredient, this is a huge word, right? Phytoceramides. And when you first look at it, For me, frankly, I would say what on earth would be a phytoceramide? It almost sounds like a name of a monster. But it is an important one in chemistry, and the reason for it is because of its chemical nature. It has the ability to hold on to water for much longer than not having phytoceramides present in your skin. And as we all know, if you hydrate your skin, you're going to keep your skin healthy. Because moisturization, it has always been the mantra in skin health, and we are able to produce or at least deliver that particular benefit in the presence of the phytoceramide. A very important third ingredient we have blended into this product that we call Beauty Focus. So lots of clinical studies that we have conducted, as I already mentioned to you. We've done all the scientific studies. Now let's see whether we can translate this into what actually happens on human skin. And we do a lot of this type of studies in Nu Skin. In fact, it's probably a unique differentiating feature in our company in the sense that we do clinical studies on the final product and not just on the ingredients themselves. So we do double-blind studies, and we use subjects over a range of ages, all the way from a young person, less than 30 and so on, all the way up to middle age, 60 and so on. And we do it over a period of 4 months in this particular instance. And let me show you just some of the data. So when you look at the skin, after 4 months of taking Beauty Focus, I think you would agree with me. If you look at the orange hash columns, you can see there's a dramatic increase in texture, in radiance, and if you look at the overall appearance, and these are all expert grading of the skin, right? In fact, the primary or the principal investigator of this particular study is a professor of dermatology at Duke University. So she has this team, and they look at this skin. Literally, they look at skin every day, so they know what they're looking for. And you can see from the orange columns, there is a huge and significant improvement in all three metrics after taking Collagen Plus for 4 months. Okay, so this standalone, it works. We know it works. The data tell us it works. As Justin had mentioned to you, we also have established ourselves as the #1 beauty device system in the industry, all right? So we have the LumiSpa. So what better sort of experiment or study can we do and to use perhaps the Beauty Focus with the LumiSpa? And that's exactly what our Nu Skin scientists did. They did a combination study. They asked these different subjects, again, it ranges from over a wide range of ages, and they asked them to take the Beauty Focus product for 4 months, and while using the LumiSpa, for example. And what we have seen is really interesting, and that is the combination of a consumable. This will be an ingestion, this will be a beauty supplement, right? And you use an external device. That combination produces even more dramatic effects on radiance, on texture, on firmness, and the overall appearance. This has never been seen before, and indeed, when you use this combination can only happen in Nu Skin because nobody has LumiSpa except Nu Skin. A wonderful combined use of a device together with a consumable. And I think you would agree with me, once again, that this is a combination that you won't find anywhere else except in Nu Skin. So, to bring it all together, this is not your mother collagen product. This is, from what we have been able to get from our data, and our conclusion really is, this is the most complete beauty supplement that has been clinically proven. Very few companies can actually say that they have conducted clinical studies on the final product. This is clinically proven. It's not just my word that this product works, it is the work of the scientific, it's the results of the scientific studies. So this is really good. Let me sort of get one of the really original developers or scientists that work on this product, on this particular product. Her name is Dr. Shelley Hester, and she will tell you more about this Beauty Focus.
Hi, I'm Shelley Hester, and I am a senior scientist with Pharmanex. You can see the additional benefits when you add in products like ageLOC Lumi Spa. Collagen Plus helps prepare the skin for better complementary benefits with new skin topical skincare regimens. And as our clinical studies showed, using Collagen Plus along with Lumi Spa together almost doubled the results for visual improvement in texture after 4 months compared to using Lumi Spa alone. In our clinical study, we actually saw a 79% visual improvement in texture and a 47% improvement in skin radiance when you use Collagen Plus along with Lumi Spa. And this was percent improvement over baseline according to the dermatologist visual grading after 4 months.
Welcome back. My name is Anjanelle Davis. I am the Director of Marketing for North America. Now, I loved listening to everything you had to say, Joe, and Dr. Chang, and I just want to dive in a little deeper on some of these points that you talked about that really set this product apart. But first, let me ask you the toughest question of all.
Okay.
There's a lot of collagen products. What makes Beauty Focus Collagen Plus special?
Yes, and I think it's, maybe frankly, as a scientist, I think it's unfortunate that we call this a Collagen Plus product because it really isn't a collagen product per se. And here's the reason why. When we first started on this project, we looked at a variety of competitive products out there. And invariably what we find is that they just put in and they just drop in what we call the mother molecule or the parent molecule, the whole collagen product, without really much experimentation and study to find out whether it actually is the best collagen version to use. So our scientists literally using a patented process say, why don't we try and chop up this collagen molecule to various bits and pieces of collagen and see which one is the best one to be finally blended into the product. So we've done a lot of studies, and that is why the operative word here is not just collagen, it's really the collagen peptide that we selected that has the highest potency and the ability to deliver itself into the skin tissue.
I love that. That is important, that of all the collagen that is out there, this collagen peptide is the most potent. That is amazing. Now, I also heard earlier you talking about it's more than that. Like we put that little plus next to the collagen. So what do we offer in addition to the collagen?
Yes, so we obviously now have selected the right collagen to put into the final product. And we said, but that's not enough, because there are other things that we need to have in a beauty supplement. For example, I already mentioned it previously a few minutes ago, that one of the most important things is once you make collagen, you need to protect it, you need to preserve it. And that is what sort of stimulated the scientists to say, aha, perhaps we need to put an antioxidant in, because the skin is constantly being exposed to the environment, and there's a lot of oxidative damage that happens on the skin. And one of the causes of that oxidative damage is because the collagen is being chopped up. So we said, let's put an antioxidant. But once again, not just your mother's antioxidant. One thing can get onto the skin, and after many hundreds of trials and errors, we selected lutein, which is the one that seems to be able, once you consume it, it gets to the skin and it stays there to sort of create this oxidative shield to help the skin.
So what I love about what you just said was we didn't just settle at the best form of collagen, the collagen peptide, and we didn't just say, oh, here's another fun ingredient that's got a great story. We actually paired it together for a very specific reason, because I heard you say the words that it protects, that antioxidant protects your skin structure. So if we're building up that collagen, we want to protect what we're building up. Am I getting this right?
Absolutely. And it's a great idea, right? But what we have done is to take it one more step and is to say, let's go do the study to prove that idea is correct. and that's why we do the scientific studies here in their skin.
I love that.
Yeah.
And we can back it up with
Yes,
the scanner.
yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, the scanner is interesting. I mean, it was invented or we developed it many years ago. And now, by putting the lutein in, say, can we test actually whether the lutein antioxidant gets to the skin? Well, with the biophotonic scanner, within a minute, you can literally tell whether your oxidative protection has gone up. So it's a machine, it's been proven, it's been validated, and so on. So it's not hokey to be able to use the scanner to measure antioxidant protection on the skin.
I love that. So the only collagen product in the world that we can prove is actually working through the biophotonic scanner.
Absolutely, especially when you ingest it. How do you know?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take literally the whip here. You know because you can measure it yourself. That's the key thing.
So amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, now I also heard you telling us about phytoceramides.
Yeah.
Let's dig in deeper with phytoceramides and how they tie in. So I love how you explained how lutein ties into the collagen peptide, how the phytoceramides also tie in.
Yeah. Big word, right? And
Yeah.
now phytoceramides.
Just gonna call it ceramides.
Yeah, we just call it ceramides. Well, it's almost a mantra, a dogma in skin health, and that is, what do you do to protect your skin? Moisturize, 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 right? Everywhere, no matter who you ask, that is the fundamental tenet in skin health. So we say, well, is there a way of doing it through by consuming this beauty-focused product that we are developing? And we say, which ingredient can we find that can actually help to prevent the sort of increase and preserve hydration of the skin? So we look around and we so happen to find this wheat lipid extract. It's chemically, when we looked at it, scientists sort of are weird people. We sort of look at things through electron microscope and so on. And we find the chemical structure of the ceramides it's very waxy, it's very fatty, and it has hooks on it that can actually grab onto water molecules, right? So we say, well, that's a great property of this particular ingredient. So why do we include it and see whether the hydration of the skin can be improved after taking this particular product? And sure enough, we can see that the hydration index of the skin goes up when you take this particular product consistently. So you moisturize from the inside out.
Yeah. Fascinating. If we're going to increase the collagen through the peptides, protect the collagen with the lutein, and then moisturize and plump up the skin with the ceramides.
Right. So
just beautiful how those all three go together.
Isn't it? Structure,
Yeah.
almost a scaffolding of your skin. Once you build it, you can protect your scaffold, and then this whole scaffold can be moisturized with a third ingredient. Don't you think is this the most complete beauty supplement? There's
Yeah.
no other out there?
Definitely.
Yeah.
My absolute favorite thing was what you ended with before, and that's the LumiSpa. We are seeing the LumiSpa all over Instagram. People have incredible high loyalty to this world's #1 beauty device brand because the LumiSpa, immediately you can feel the softness and the smoothness of the texture. And you're telling us that combining that with collagen, you can see even more results.
Absolutely. Just think of it, right? Taking and consuming an ingestible product and using an external device, you can actually enhance not only the consumable, but you can also enhance the benefits delivered by the device. This is what we call synergism in science, if you will, that putting two together, 1 + 1 is not just 2, 1 + 1 is actually equals to 3.
More.
Yeah.
I love that.
A
And
great
I
combination.
was watching your slides very closely, and I saw the LumiSpa by itself at 40% with the texture, and when you added the collagen in, 79%, almost double
Isn't
the
it?
results.
Yeah.
The only place in the world here.
Yep.
Your
No-
team is brilliant.
Yeah. And think of it, there are other devices that we have too. For example, what happens when when we start looking at Boost as another device, right?
Ooh, I love that.
We'll see.
All right, one last question for you. I absolutely love, I'm passionately in love with the fact that we're a science-based company. And you alluded to before to the fact of all of our clinical studies, and you talked about the validation even outside of us. Tell me about that.
Yes, so our clinical studies, although we fund them, it's important to sort of acknowledge and recognize that these are studies done at universities, all right? So for example, I already alluded to the fact that the principal investigator of these clinical studies with Beauty Focus, they were conducted by a professor of dermatology at Duke University. That's a sort of the third party, validation we seek when we do our clinical studies. We don't manipulate. It's the results and the outcome of the clinical studies, they are going to be exactly what it is. If it shows it's negative, we don't launch the product.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. So you can clearly see how this Beauty Focus Collagen Plus is a step above, that you can prove that it works and that you can see those results through our clinical studies as well as see the results in the mirror. We can't wait for you to experience the new skin difference with Beauty Focus Collagen Plus.
Hello, New Skin family. We're here at the site of the Waikiki Success Trip, the Hilton Hawaiian Village.
That's right, Heather. The Hilton Hawaiian Village is located on the widest stretch of Waikiki, so you and your teams will have plenty of room to stretch